Merry Christmas, everybody, or happy holidays, whatever is relevant to you. I'm in the UK. Christmas is the dominant festive period here, but I know lots of people celebrate lots of things at this time of the year. And we're coming towards the end of the year, and it's always time to take stock and have a look back and see what you've been doing. And I've just been looking at my statistics for the last 12 months. On the channel here, I've had 31 million views, and that equated to around 3.4 million hours of watch time. So people have watched my videos for 3.4 million hours. I'm not quite sure I can get my head around what 3.4 million hours is, but it seems like a lot to me. Seems like I've been making videos for about 3.4 million hours, and I've gained around 50,000 new subscribers. So thank you so much to everybody that's watched my videos. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'm sure you've watched many other ones. Thank you if you've sent comments. Particularly thank you if you've been supporting me either through YouTube super thanks, or buy me a coffee or membership, or Patreon, or buy me a coffee membership. Thank you so much for all of that. It still blows me away that people are interested in what I've got to say, because when I started this channel, my objective was to see whether or not I could get some views, get some subscribers, whether I could earn $1 of income. So I've certainly done that. So I'm pleased with that. And I think the secret to the success is firstly posting things regularly, but secondly, trying to be honest and share things with you that I think are interesting and break things down in a really easy to explain and understand format. That's really what I've tried to do in the whole of my life, is to take things that people consider to be complicated and make them much more easier to understand. And if I can explain it in an easy to understand way, then that means that I understand it, and hopefully it means that you understand it too. So that's sort of what I've been trying to achieve, but also I'm trying to keep you abreast as to what's going on and link what's happening in the world to what's happening in your life. So thank you for taking time to join me on this journey and help me to be a success. So I'm really enjoying it. And it's I launched this year another channel, a food channel, which was something very different. And the reason why I did that, you may not have seen any of those videos yet, but the reason why I did it was to get me out of this space, because whilst this does look a very nice place to be, and it is, I spend a lot of time in the Joe Blog studio, I also need to get out in the real world and stop making videos, because it can become all-consuming. So that's one of the reasons why I did that. So if you haven't checked those out, have a look. They're quite good fun, very different to this type of video. I'm trying to just get out there and talk about food and have some food. And I've been meeting various people for lunch, so they've been taking on the cameraman duty. So tends to be different cameraman at different times. Anyway, I digress. I wanted to say thank you so much for watching these videos, and I wanted to give you something back. As you may have heard, because I've mentioned it quite a lot recently, I'm currently running a competition whereby I'm offering up a house that I own in the southwest of England as a competition prize. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because I've come to the end of the road in terms of property developing. I bought that 15 years ago when I was still buying and selling properties. That's what I was doing for a living. But that became hard work, and it became more difficult to make a profit, and dealing with builders 24/7 does drive you insane. So I just decided that I needed to do something different, that I didn't want to carry on with that venture. And that's how I got into this. If you've followed my early videos, you'll have spotted that some of them were property related. That's because it was that crossover period when I was still doing a bit of property. I wanted to get into YouTube, and it sort of gave me a platform to launch this channel. So I'm pleased that it happened like that. But I've still got this property that I bought back in 2010. And I've decided that rather than selling it, I'd offer it up as a prize, because I think it's a fun and exciting thing to do, to offer people the chance to win a property for just £5. But also, it's a good way, I think, of raising the profile of the channel, and it helps me with the funding. So hopefully, I will make more than the value of that property in terms of ticket sales. That's the plan. So that's what I'm doing. And I wanted to offer you a special thank you for supporting me and watching this video. So I'm going to offer you a free ticket, a completely free ticket. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to buy a ticket. You can just go online and get one. Now, in order to do that, you have to enter the code XMASFREE, so XMASFREE, at the checkout when you go out to check out, or whatever, get my words mixed up, but you know what I mean. When you go to check out, you'll get a free ticket. Now, if you want to buy a ticket whilst you're there, please feel free to do so, because the reason I'm running that competition is to try to raise some money to fund the channel. So whilst you're there, if you want to buy a free ticket, that's fine, but there's absolutely no obligation to do that. This is a genuine free ticket. You can either win that property or £250,000 in cash. So I think that's a pretty good deal. Free ticket into the draw. You never know, you might win. It's completely independent. I'm not in charge of who's winning. There's a separate company that's running the whole competition, so they will select a winner at random, and it could be that free ticket that wins you the draw. So if you're interested in that, have a look. Now, you have to be quick, because the expiry date on these free tickets is midnight on Christmas Day, so the 25th of December, and it's midnight UK time. So if you're in somewhere else, you need to look at what the difference in the time zone is. So if you're in New York, for example, 5 hours behind, it's going to be 7 p.m. in New York time. If you're in LA, then it's going to be 4 p.m. So you need to check out when it is, but it's on Christmas Day. So if you're watching this Christmas morning, you're good to go. If you're watching this late on Christmas and you're in the States, then you might have missed the chance already. So that'll teach you not to watch my videos later. Try and get in earlier and watch them as soon as they become available. So anyway, thank you so much for supporting me this year. Really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. This channel wouldn't exist without you and your support. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to everybody that's supported me in other ways. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a great festive period, and I'll see you again soon.